Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a review on some Winstonia Stamp Plates here. So let's go ahead and get started. So I ordered these on Amazon.com from the Winstonia store, was the seller. They were $4.95 with $2.99 for shipping. So roughly about $7, maybe $8 for the plate. So this is the packaging that they come in. Just open them down here. And like all their other stamp plates, they come with the blue film. I think all brands do this, which is nice so they don't get scratched in shipping. It just comes right off and leaves no kind of sticky or harsh residue on it, so that's nice. I know a lot of people tend to clean their stamp plates before to prime them, but I don't do that. I've never had a problem with them since it doesn't leave any kind of sticky on them. So this is the Absolutley Nautical one. I just call these the square stamp plates because I don't know what else to call them. But I like this one. Little knots and little waves or whirlpool type things. And of course, I haven't stamped this one, but I have stamped the others, and they've turned out well, and they've had finer details than these, so these should stamp well, and I might stamp them for you guys on camera today. So, a little splashing water, the little lighthouse here. Okay, camera's not going to focus up that close. But here's this plate. I really like the little anchors here. It's really cool because especially if you want something with a lot of anchors, if you have a certain design in mind, you might need the whole anchor thing. So, I like the little fence here. I think it's supposed to be rope, but it reminds me of a metal fence. Can't think of what they're really called. Chain link fence. There we go. Chain link fence. So, like I said, this is the Absolutley Nautical. Here's a better view. Okay. And then I got the Hunter's Life with fish hooks and knives, not daggers, fishing, and here's some bullets, birds, the little bullseye aim thing, target. Got some, it looks like alligator skin, some tree branches, which I really like, and like fish scales, the guns. This one's really cool, and especially for all the fine detail that it had, it stamped really, really well. I was impressed. I had a problem with this one, but I think I just let it dry too long, so I feel like this one you probably have to move a little quickly, so that's why it's restamped over here. And the same thing with this one. I think I tried to stamp them twice in a row here because they're right next to each other. So I just tried to, just scraped it and picked them both up, and I let them dry, so that was on my part. And these full images, I didn't have my normal stamper that I use, so I was using a smaller one instead of the Winstonia extra large one. So, but they all picked up very nicely, especially for the fine detail. Especially the fish and the knife was something I was really kind of concerned about because they are such fine, detailed little images there. But they did really well, so I was impressed. So that's always good. And then lastly, the summer cookout. So we got all kinds of food and different barbecues, Kiss the Cook, the hamburger. I like the foods. I think they're really cool. So of course I just had to get this plate. And so they turned out really well as well. Here they are. And I did them in different colors because, well, I got bored of seeing black after doing it all over the other one. This is the only one I think I was just really kind of meh on. It looks better on camera now that I look at it, so maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. But I think we lose just a little bit of detail right where the mustard is. But other than that, it did pretty well. And looking at this now, I realize I stamped it backwards. But okay. But that's it. They all stamped really well. I didn't have a problem with any of these, as you can see, even though I was working with a different stamper that I'm used to. But I really like these, and I definitely plan on purchasing some more of these in the future. So now I guess we'll go ahead and stamp a couple more for you. Okay, so we're all set up and ready to go. It took a lot longer than I anticipated. So we're just going to do some of the Absolutley Nautical plates here. Or, well, some of the images here. I'm just stamping with Sinful Colors black. I don't have any stamping polishes, so this is just what I use. I find Sinful Colors a really good brand, especially after they get a little thick, as you can see here. So this is going to be interesting, and I hope we can see all this. And I do have a problem with my stamper here, as you can probably see, or not. The camera's not going to focus, but there's a little dented line right here, and it does kind of affect the plate. I lost this one, so I bought a new one, and when I found this one, it was something I guess was pressing against it, but this is my favorite stamper, and I do plan on getting some more of the heads at a later date, but I don't know when. And then, of course, I can't use this one either because it has a hole in it. Something stabbed it. So you definitely have to be careful with the Winstonia stampers, especially with how squishy they are. But that's why I like them, because they're so squishy and I can stretch the image or make it smaller if I need to. But they're really good stampers. So go ahead and let's do the sailboat. It's going to be interesting because I have to work around the camera. So, and I just use an old credit card that's invalid. That looks like the image transferred well. And there you go. Do a couple more. They all should work. Never really had a problem with these yet, so let's do these little anchors, see how they all show up. Looks promising. Looks like we got all of them. I don't know if that little corner was because it was around the stamper head, or it may not have got enough polish on it, or actually it looks like it didn't even pick up. It's right there. But I mean, out of all of them, that's really not bad. Just that one little one for that. Okay, let's try this big one right here. See how that works. Oh dear. I'm breaking things. Okay. And of course, I'll really test all of these off camera at some point to make sure they all work. But the good thing about Winstonia is if you do have some that have a problem that don't work for whatever reason, they will, send you a new one for what doesn't work. That turned out pretty well. There wasn't enough polish in this corner, so that's why that one didn't pick up. And then, of course, the little line in my stamper. These look like they do pretty well for stamp-wise. Let's go ahead and do the lighthouse. The lighthouse is cool. Looks like it got all the little details, or as much as it can anyway. That, all the little details. Yeah, this set looks really nice. I mean, look at the boat. I didn't even know looking at the stamps that it had those little windows down there, but it does. I totally missed that one. Let's see, what else should we do? Let's do the anchor, because the anchor looks like it's got some good detail in it. I think we've hit most of them. Fine detail, super bold coloring. I might do the starfish thing next, just to see how that works out. One of the reasons I like to stamp with Sinful Colors is they're just very pigmented. So the black is really intense, which is nice when you're stamping. This one looks good. It looks like it picked up everything. Nice chain. Doesn't look like any pieces are missing, which is good. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one since it's really, really dark looking. I use this black a lot, so I'm constantly running out because it's really, really nice for stamping. I like it. Apparently I'm a sponsor for them too. Alright, so here it is. Looks like it turns out really nice. Yeah, look at that. Awesome! So yep, that is the Winstonia Stamp Collection, the little square plates. You can see they all work really nice. I didn't really have hardly any problems. Here's just another look through them. And I will put a link in the description for the place that I bought them. I'll just do a URL and put them in there on Amazon so you can see and just straight add it to your card directly. Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a nice day.